Hello everyone, my name is Maddie. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here with me today. This is a bit of a different setup for me. If you cannot tell, the background is a little bit different, but I did that on purpose because today I am going to be showing you my Coraline collection. I'm so excited. If you do not know, I absolutely love Coraline. It is one of my favorite movies, definitely within my top 3. Honestly, it probably is my favorite movie. Absolutely love it. So I do have a couple of merchandise items from the movie franchise that I wanted to show you guys today, and I figured I'd have it set up like this because you can see my plushie collection in the back. I have quite a few set up back there. I have, some of my Nightmare Before Christmas, clearly Miss Hello Kitty, I have Pooh Bear, a couple of other miscellaneous ones back there. Don't look too closely because I don't have it set up super well right now, but I figured again I would show you what I do have, and I'm still growing this collection. Again, if you do not know, I collect quite a few things over here on my channel, so this is just one of the many things that I collect. But again, since I said that Coraline is one of my favorite movies, I probably will be planning on collecting more from Miss Coraline. But without further ado, let me just show you what I do have. Okay, since I already mentioned that I absolutely do love my plushies here, I will start out with a Coraline plushie. So this is from the brand Kid Robot, and Kid Robot makes really good quality plushies. So I'm glad that Leica went with Kid Robot for these. These are definitely a little bit more pricey because of that, I will say. Pretty pricey for a plushie, but it's Coraline, so I figured we would do it, and like I said, super good quality. This is just the classic Coraline with her little star sweater on, which is an iconic sweater in the movie. If you have, of course, seen the movie, I love this fit for her with her little blue boots. I'm pretty sure these are supposed to be representative of the blue boots that she wears with this outfit. She has her little dragonfly in her hair there, her little freckles, and she is just such good quality. Even these little stars are actually decaled on here, and they have texture and different texture and everything, and they just make these such good quality. You can just tell she's about the size of my head. As we can see here, she's almost exactly the size of my head. We're kind of twinsies. I love this. But yeah, she is just so precious and cute and cuddly, and I am so glad that I do have her in my collection. Keeping with the plushie theme here, I also have this Circus mouse plush from, again, that same brand. So this is, again, Kid Robot, but it is this funny line as well, like P-H-U-N-N-Y. So I'm pretty sure it is just pronounced funny. The Coraline is also from Funny, which I think might just be like a subsidiary of Kid Robot or something like that, but same brand and everything. And again, I got this one more recently. I'm pretty sure that this was released for the 15th anniversary of Miss Coraline, so I got this online. Very recent. I absolutely love him. If you do not know, I love Mr. Bobinsky. He is one of my favorite characters, and I love his little circus mice. And this is actually the other circus mice, since they have the little button eyes and everything here. But again, super good quality. You can tell that these are actually like stitched on here. A lot of different textures with his little conductor sweater and circus baton and his little circus hat and everything. So I am definitely keeping the hang tag on this one. I did take it off of the Coraline one, which is so sad, but since I got this one, brand new recently, it is still in really good condition. He has his little tail back here, which is like kind of flexible, kind of movable, which is cute. And then same little Leica tag there and all of that. So again, I'm glad that I picked him up and that I have him in my collection, because I feel like they don't have much merchandise that represent the little circus mice and Bobinsky and all of that. So I'm glad I have the classic Coraline and then this little special one to go with it. Okay, moving on here. So this isn't necessarily the movie, but this is the classic Coraline book that the movie is based off of by Neil Gaiman. This is just the paperback version here, but I do eventually want to get a hard copy version. But I've read this book so many times and I just wanted to be able to reread it again all the time, so I picked up this pretty cheap version here, but it's really good quality. You can see that it has this like etching on there. I don't know if you can see, but it has this illustration like etched in on the front cover, which I thought was really cool. And again, I've read it multiple times and it's still good quality. So I'm glad that I just have this version around whenever I want to read this book, because you can literally finish this within an afternoon. It's really easy to finish and it is exciting the whole time. It does not drag on at all, which of course I appreciate. There is a lot of similarities between the movie and the book, of course, because the movie is based off of this book, but I think that the book is a little bit scarier, a little bit darker, because I know that Leica almost makes like teen movies. So this one is definitely a little bit spookier. And I first read this when I was really young. So I'm surprised I didn't get super scared of it when I was young. But even rereading it as an adult, I'm like, those are some dark moments. But I do love it. I love it so much. So again, I had to have this in my collection. Okay, moving on here. I absolutely had to get myself a Coraline Loungefly backpack. So I got this one actually not too long ago. Again, the end of last year, so I think like September of 2024. I got it at Hot Topic for a pretty good deal actually. I think it was only like $65 if I'm not mistaken, which is a pretty good price for a Loungefly bag. And I am glad that I got this one because they have made quite a few Coraline Loungefly backpacks, but I have not seen this one much. I think it might have been out just for a limited time, or they didn't make that many of them. But again, I'm glad that I got this one because it has the other mother's hands on it. It also has the little Starry Night swirl on the back, and then it has the little Coraline doll up front here with the button eyes. So cute. I love the doll and I love the other mother's hands, and I love this design. I feel like it is pretty unique. They haven't really done many other designs similar to this. Also, it has this different little pocket up here. It's just a really shallow pocket that I appreciate to put, you know, small things in so they don't get lost at the bottom of the bag. And then of course it does have just the main little zipper compartment there as well. But one of my favorite things about this backpack is the back, because it has the cat. I absolutely love the cat. He is one of my favorite characters. He is so iconic. So when I saw that they also had the other mother's hands in the buttons and the cat and all that on the back, I was completely sold. I have already brought this to Disneyland, 2 days in Disneyland, and it is in such good condition, especially since I was literally like running around Disneyland with this. So such good quality. Loungefly is always such good quality. And again, I am so glad that I picked up this one. I love the image on the front and on the back and the little stitched branding there. I absolutely love it. Okay, I did also want to shout out my Coraline poster that I have in the back of most of my videos. Of course, this video does not have it. Let me see if I can turn the camera just a little bit so you guys can see it. I have it in the back very prominently in all of my other videos. So if you watch literally any other video on my channel, you will see this poster. I love that I do have it represented in the back of my videos because again, I love her so much. So I am so glad that I do have her there. And also this is the door to my closet. This is not the door to my room. If you were ever, I guess, wondering, this is on the closet door in my room, not the main door into the room. So I like where it's positioned. I like where it's at. I like that I just have it in the back there and all of that. But again, I feel like that is considered, you know, a merch item from Coraline. So I had to shout her out. Also, I literally got her at like Five Below for literally like $5, where they have like their rolled up posters, and she unrolled really easily. It's pretty good quality. I like that it's just like the movie poster because again, that's iconic. So yeah, I just got it from Five Below not too long ago. I'm not sure if they have them anymore, but I've gotten some good use out of her. Okay, last but not least, I am pretty sure I saved the rarest for last here. So this is a little Coraline figure set. I'm pretty sure they are like PVC figures from, of course, the Coraline movie. And I actually got this at the Seattle Museum of Pop when they had their Leica exhibit going on. So this exhibit was only around for, I believe, like a year or so. And I think that these are exclusive like to that exhibit or to that museum in Seattle. So I think that that might be why they are so rare. I have not seen them anywhere else, and they go for a pretty high price online. And I got the last one I saw there. So we went towards the end of that exhibit, and I was honestly worried that they were not going to have much merch left. And they honestly didn't, but they happen to have literally one set left of this, and I snatched it up so quickly. I was so glad to see it there, especially because it was only $35. I do still have the price on there. There we go. So $35.99. And that is a pretty good price, I feel like, for 4 figures here. I also love the box and all of that. Also, I love all these characters. They are so iconic. The fact that it came with the cat sold me as well, of course. And then it comes with a Coraline where she is also holding her doll. So I feel like that's almost like a 2-in-1. And then it comes with the other mother in her almost skeleton form where she is like transitioning into her spider form, bug form, whatever it is. I love that they have her represented in this form where it's like almost the halfway like in between form of the other mother. And then also they have YB there, which again, iconic. YB is not in the book, but he is an iconic movie character that I feel like is not represented much either, really. So glad that they threw him in there as well. This is such a good set. I am so glad that I picked it up from the museum, the exhibit, and I also feel like this is a memento for that exhibit because I absolutely loved it and literally flew to Seattle mostly for this. So again, I try to keep it in the best shape possible, keep her all sealed up. I have not opened her. I have not seen the figures up close, so I cannot, I guess, talk about the quality too much, but I can just tell that they are really detailed just by looking at them, and I just don't want to open her up. I probably will someday, but just not yet. I'm not ready for it, and I am just grateful that they had this one left and that I was able to snatch it up in Seattle. Okay, so that is it for my Coraline collection video today. Honestly, I might be missing a couple of small pieces now that I'm thinking about it, but these are just the ones that come to my mind. So I may do an updated video in the future once I get more items, or maybe if I find some other items that I have laying around, but those are the main Coraline collection pieces that I have in my collection, and I love every single one of them. So thank you guys so much for being here with me today and for watching. If you love Coraline, subscribe down below. Tell me what your favorite merch item of mine is. But that is it for me today. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, bye-bye.